Our next finalist is Wesley Dunlop. Wesley is the airbrush artist behind Ethereal Airbrush, blending realism, atmosphere, and abstract expression into bold custom work and fine art. Let's welcome Wesley to the stage.
Hello, everyone. Ethereal Airbrush is a versatile visual arts business that offers numerous customization options while delivering premium craftsmanship to the client. I help bring unique visions to life through custom paint, murals, and fine art. But my ultimate aim is the rejuvenation of an undervalued art form. I love what I do, and I believe this is what I'm meant to do. For a period of time, I had lost my artistic spirit and my sense of direction, but I rediscovered my passion for art after being drawn to the unique qualities of airbrushing. Nothing is quite like it. This specialized tool led me to realize what I'm truly passionate about. I now have 10 years of self-taught experience with an airbrush and started my business 5 years ago in 2020. Airbrushing gave me a new beginning, so now I want to return the favor. Airbrushing is an often overlooked and underappreciated art form. Many of you may not even know what an airbrush is, what it looks like, or the incredible things it can achieve. The lower mainland of BC faces a severe shortage of skilled airbrush artists, and clients who seek custom paint jobs don't know where to turn. This scarcity extends to the broader airbrush community, creating high demand for classes, workshops, and airbrush supply distributors. While there's a lack of airbrush recognition in our province, this also creates an opportunity. My aim is to cultivate a niche airbrushing community through lessons, workshops, and the sales of supplies. My dream is to make Chilliwack the epicenter of airbrushing in BC, and eventually in all of Canada. Because competition for my services is minimal, this scarcity combined with my experience creates a gap in the industry and increases the value of my skills. Ethereal Airbrush is well positioned to fill the market gaps for premium quality, custom artwork, skilled training, and the distribution of airbrush supplies. The majority of my demographics specifically related to custom paint are motorcycle and hot rod enthusiasts. These clients generally possess disposable income and value craftsmanship, nostalgia, and self-expression. BC has the largest concentration of hot rods and classic cars in Canada, and also a very deep and historical connection to Harley-Davidson culture. Moreover, there is an untapped market of niche hobbyists and artists looking to explore other mediums and have expressed interest in classes. While murals and fine artwork will always remain a part of my business, they are highly competitive industries and will not be the main focus of my marketing strategies. For the remainder of 2025, my projected average revenue will be roughly $5,000 a month, totaling $47,000 for the year. My total expenses will equate to 40% of that total, and my projected net profit margin is 60%. I anticipate rapid initial growth of 50 to 60% in the first year, followed by a steady increase of 15 to 20% annually in subsequent years. This growth will be driven by our expanding marketing efforts and strengthened presence across various sectors. My most urgent goal is to book 6 months of work in advance. Through deposits and payment plans, this will provide me with steady income and stability. If I received the $5,000 funding, I would first use it to build a strong marketing campaign and improve my branding, website, and SEO, key components to expanding my market reach. Secondly, I would use some of this funding to invest in my own development as an artist and teacher, enrolling in advanced airbrush courses, ensuring continuous skill improvement and growth. And thirdly, a portion of the funding would be used to upgrade studio equipment in preparation for launching in-person classes in August 2025. Let's keep this art form alive by introducing a younger audience, sparking their interest, and teaching them a valuable new skill. Through my own self-expression, I aim to help others express themselves and connect with their own personal values. As an artist and father, I hope to encourage everyone to follow their passion and discover their purpose in life. I've never been so certain about my path, and my dedication to what I love will continue to drive Ethereal Airbrush forward and take it to new heights. Thank you.
Hi, thank you for your presentation and for listening to our feedback. Number 4, just wondering where you're talking about having your classes starting in August, or workshops, sorry. Where would you be holding those? You've got your price point for that.
I do, yeah. I plan to start them in my home studio.
Okay.
I have a garage space that I am confident will be well equipped for that. I have ways of exhausting the paint out of the room. So I will start there. And pricing for the class will range about $250 to $500 a day, a half day being $250 per student. And I plan to start with a very small classroom. So maybe it could be one-on-one classes or anywhere between 2 and 4 students.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Wesley. Thank you so much for your presentation. Your craftsmanship and your artwork is absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
But you have no competition in the Valley right now. That's not going to be that way forever. Either you're going to teach your own competition or we'll have people moving in. So do you have a specialty genre or something that makes your designs more appealing for the people who are looking for custom work?
I believe I have a versatile array of what I can paint, and my subject matter, from my subject matter to my substrates that I paint on, I haven't found any other airbrush artist that does all 3. So I find my advantage is in that area. Also, I'm trying to move away from the generic designs that you usually see on Harleys and hot rods and move to something new. And I've always loved fantasy artwork, so I'm kind of focused on that, as well as portraits and those areas.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Yeah.
And kind of on that, but just expanding on what you do. Yes, your work looks awesome, and yes, you're right about. I'm not in the hot rod world anymore, but I have been in the past, and there's a car show coming up. Put a little plug, June 21st or 22nd coming up here. So come on, a little plug there. Anyway, so have you considered maybe getting into murals or something other than just? I'm not going to say smaller, but you know the work that you're doing right now is very intricate work. Have you thought about expanding your horizons a little bit?
I actually have painted murals. I've painted 2 in Abbotsford. I worked with the Business Improvement Association there to subsidize the mural work with business owners. So I have done 2 about 500 square foot murals, so I do have experience there. I've done interior murals as well in studios and nurseries. So yeah, I have worked in that world, and I want to more so, but it's a very hard hard industry to market towards.
Where's Lee? She can help you out maybe. Where's she?
I'm trying to get her, yeah.
Thank you for your presentation. I'm curious to know more about your marketing campaign. So you've touched upon a range of audiences who are really excited by your products and services. I'm curious how you plan to attract those audiences and scale up. So how will you? Is it through websites, or what's your process of reaching out to these people?
As far as my student potential goes, that would be other artists working in other mediums. So I plan to advertise through art councils, through cultural centers, and through networking myself. I've already made a ton of connections, and people have expressed interest. And as I said, fine art and murals, they take a less traditional approach to market towards. So that would be going through art councils and cultural centers and finding subsidized ways to help business owners make these murals. And fine art just kind of, it comes when I have the time to make it, and I've had success online selling them. Yeah.
Wesley, great presentation. If I'm going to ask you in terms of expand on your capacity, like you're a solopreneur, and you talked about your projections where your growth for each year. Again, there's only so many hours in a day, and there's you. So how do you plan to grow the business in terms of training more artists? How do you incorporate that into your business?
Yeah, so hiring and outsourcing my work would be the main way to do that. And I have started doing that with prep work and recently clear coat work. I don't have the time or really the facility to do those things. Also graphic design, things like that, I outsource. So it gives me a lot of free time. Thank you.
Thank you, Wesley.